Whoops. Hi, Leather Rokk here. Welcome to my channel. As you can see, I have my hands full with Tabby Boy and with Cassie. And while they, oh my goodness, and while they settle it out, I want to talk to you about some really neat jewelry that I got from Wish. I can't wait to show you. So, and you know what? I don't think I need to make it part 2 of this. I am going to move my computer closer to my wall where the lighting is better and any fighting kitties will not knock it over, so I can show you some really neat things I got. Most of them are rings, and if you have not yet ordered from Wish, I am going to be including a special discount code. Now, this is not sponsored by Wish. They don't know I exist, even though they should, because I do like to order from them. But if you use the code that I include here in the show notes, it will give you a certain discount. I'm not sure exactly how much it is. I believe it might. Well, I'm not sure exactly what it is for, but do use it, and I will get a little bit of something for it. So, and I have to let you know that because YouTubers, we have very strict rules we have to abide by. And whenever we have any kind of codes or something we offer, any kind of affiliate links, we have to disclose that so that we don't run afoul of the law. But yeah, so I'm going to, most of these things, almost all of them, are still in plastic wrap so that they are not affected by the salty air. When you live by the ocean, if you're wearing things that are not real precious metals, they can get tarnished by the exposure to the salt air, the humidity, all that stuff. This looks very much like 18 karat gold. I assure you it's not. And if you look really closely, it depicts a dragon. Some of these rings I got what look like unusual sizes, and that's because one of the interesting things about Wish.com is the prices can vary. Usually when I shop, I prefer to get free shipping, and usually if you make a certain minimum, you get free shipping. But with Wish, instead of buying from like one company, getting a whole bunch of products, Wish is basically a whole bunch of independent sellers, most of them in Asia. So you're buying one thing from all these different companies, so they're going to be issuing a shipping fee, and that's the only thing. So a lot of times when I make my orders, I'm spending more on shipping than I'm actually paying on merchandise. But when you think about what you're actually saving and the things that I have gotten, I'm telling you, never ceases to amaze me at the variety of products this company sells. They sell jewelry, they sell electronics, they sell clothes, they sell cosmetics. My goodness, you already know an idea of how much makeup I've bought from them. They have things, I put different things in the search term. You are amazed. They have things they sell which I probably can't talk about in this video because they're not for people of all ages. Not that I make content that's generally family content anyway, but I'm just saying is that the kind of things that this place sells are just amazing things that I've never heard of. If you like rainbows, they have a lot of stuff that has rainbows on it. And I mean, you obviously are not getting precious stones, even though there are some, not everything on Wish is the cheapest things like I buy. You can buy real things, but you really, with Wish, it's one of these buyer beware situations that you really want to do your due diligence, and it's hard. What I do is I read the reviews, especially you can give from 1 to 5 stars, excuse me, and I like to look at the worst reviews, and a lot of times it's people complaining that it's not real semi-precious stones or something. But if you don't expect, like I imagine that a lot of times the pictures they post are of the precious metals version of the jewelry, and so what you're getting might be a slightly less quality looking version of that. But so far with this jewelry that I'm getting, I am not disappointed. So far, the sizes, everything seems to fit except for the things that apparently are in men's sizes. And if they're in men's sizes, I guess they would be a size or two bigger. And the thing is, it's really interesting, is I end up with rings that fit my smaller fingers also, since a lot of times the cheapest price ring will be the absolute smallest ring that it carries. So I am taking my chance with getting rings in the smaller sizes, and I find that those will fit other fingers. And the thing is, I went through a period of about 3 years where I stopped wearing rings at all, because after I got my arthritis diagnosis, I noticed that a lot of the fingers on this hand changed in shape, and I couldn't get the rings over the knuckles of some of the rings in certain fingers I associated with them. So I just quit wearing rings, and it's only fairly recently that I started taking my chance with rings again. And so with a site like Wish.com that has these really low prices, you can get fashion and you can play with fashion, and it doesn't cost much. The only thing is you have to wait like a month for this slow boat from China. You get all the mail is for the most part in these little pouches if you're getting little jewelry items like this. And either they arrive to you one at a time in the pouches, or the postal service holds them until you get a whole bunch of them, and then they put them all in a bigger pouch. Here's another ring that I got the smallest price because I found that there's a $2 or $3 savings. And so this ends up being a ring that I can stick on this finger. And I just think it's really, really absolutely adorable. And now they do say, with almost all these rings, they recommend that you don't get them wet and you don't sleep in them and everything. And the thing is, if you're wearing them and you're out in public, of course you're going to be washing your hands a lot due to COVID. So, but I get nervous whenever I get them wet. But so far, I'm living my life. I wear them out when I go places. I wash my hands like normal. I use hand sanitizer if that's the only thing I have. And so far, these rings are holding up. See the sleeping kitty? And as of the day that I'm recording this, I'm still waiting on more items from Wish in the mail. Here, this I got from Wish.com. This is actually a pillowcase. The other one has a pillow on it, and it's on my bed. So you can get pretty much anything you can dream of. I think you can find on Wish.com. Now, not everything is lower priced there. One category that I did search for recently was Hello Kitty merchandise. And I thought for sure, since that was invented in that part of the world where this stuff is being sold, maybe I could get some bargains on it. But my idea of bargains with that is things I could buy at the 99-cent store. And I didn't see anything where I found reasonable there. But now, if you're used to paying top dollar for Sanrio things, then maybe you could find reasonable price. Now, this is a pair of earrings, but as you can see, they don't totally match. One of the big fashion trends now is earrings that look similar, but are not exactly equal. Some of them, there's a big difference in size. Like you can have a Jupiter hanging earring where the Jupiter's like this, and then you can have another earring that's like 3 times as big. And the ones that are not the same size, I don't find them looking as good. I think it's better for them to at least be similar size. And this I like are almost exactly the same size. And this was a pair of earrings that I got on Wish.com. All told, I don't think this was any more than $2.50. That's including the shipping. Sometimes you'll get free plus $1 or $2, or free plus 98 cents for some of the rings. So especially if you can wear the smaller sizes, really go for it, because that's where you're going to get your bargains. Now, this here, I deliberately went and got the largest. This is a ring that converts into a pendant, and this is supposed to be astrological. This has different things carved on the sides of these, and this opens up and you will find this cage that has all these different things on it that you can play with. And I can put this on a chain. And another one of the things that I am awaiting, hopefully in a couple of days, I'm awaiting some chains to put some of these pendants and things that I've ordered. The only thing is, if you're looking for gold and silver, most of this are the cheaper base metals, but they have some things that they're selling for $30 or $40 that are real. Um, oh, what's the did you know that they can make rings and jewelry out of tungsten? For instance, tungsten, if you didn't know already, is used to make those filaments in the original incandescent light bulbs. So tungsten is one of these metals that can stand high temperatures and is supposed to be really durable. And I've seen rings sold on the Wish site that look like wedding bands and still cost 30 or $40 and are made of that material, and I can only assume that it must be a real thing if it's cost that much. But anyway, this is really interesting, and I thought, because it was the sort of thing that you can play with and everything, and hang it on a gold tone chain, and then when you otherwise it looks like this. I just think it's fun to play with. They have rings that you can actually do things with that are made to look like or made to you wear like fidget spinners, and they have steampunk accessories. They have so many fun things. You can spend so much time on the wish.com site just looking at things. It's a lot of fun. It's a way to waste time, let me tell you. Between that and cat videos, it's another way to de-stress. I really enjoy it. And if you can get a discount code, and you can really save money. And these discount codes, I get them occasionally. In addition to the one that I'm giving you, I get ones because I do shop there at least once a month, depending on, my money situation. One of the other things that I'm getting on Wish.com is some lighting for my channel. I want to improve the quality, the production value of the videos that I make, and I need better lighting. I need soundproofing because of all the ruckus outside. Things that I am going to start getting from there, especially if I know that that's really the best prices. With the soundproofing, I want to make sure that it's not flammable first. And it's the sort of thing that I can just keep rolled up until I need it, and then cover the window area, cover the back wall. I love this ring. With the things that are gold tone, I would imagine that they are much more sensitive to the effects of humidity, salt air, friction. So this is probably a very flimsy electroplate or something. So I keep things in the plastic bags. They don't look as attractive in the storage, but at least I know that they'll look good when I reach for them. And it's really fun now that I have gold colored accessories to wear together. I try not to mix the colors of my metal unless I'm wearing a piece that has both colored metals in it. But I really like to keep things matchy-matchy. And with the ability of buying really cheap jewelry, you can do that. You can have fun with it. This I thought were bears. These are actually tigers. And one thing that's funny about the site is it will say things like 18 karat gold and sterling silver, and it'll say rubies, and it'll say the names of these precious and semi-precious stones. And still, it's almost always going to be plastic or glass or junk metals, but they look pretty. So as long as you don't expect things to really be 14 karat, I mean, really, are you going to expect 14 karat gold for free plus 89 cents shipping? Come on. These people, you got to think about these people working in factories for practically slave wages in Asian countries. And if the thing is going to be advertised as real, semi-precious thing, you really can't honestly expect truth in advertising. But the pictures are very beautiful, and I am not disappointed at all with the quality of what I've gotten. Here is a real interesting, this is titanium. This is they electroplate metals. It's supposed to be surgical steel with the plating on it, but I can't tell you exactly what it is. And this, as a matter of fact, is a little bit big, but you can always use ring sizers with these, and I think that would be worth the investment. For a couple of dollars, you get 25 or 30, of these special metal or plastic strips that fit on the inside of rings. And for the rings that are too big, they take up a little bit of room, and you can wear them on fingers that you otherwise can't wear them. So I think if you invest in inexpensive jewelry like this, that is a really good investment to make. Here's another case where I went and deliberately got the smallest size of a ring to get it for really, really cheap. And this is advertised as being amethyst and turquoise. And the so-called turquoise is obviously paint. Any amethyst is whatever purple glass or plastic, but still, it's a very attractive and interesting and weird looking ring. And this site is good if you like really unusual statement pieces, things that are not going to be seen on 100,000 other men or women. So if you're like me and you like things that are different, I don't want to look like everybody else. I don't want to sound like everybody else. I don't want to dress like everybody else. And I think, like most people, I'm always on the lookout for ways to express my personal style. And I love color and I love experimenting with fashion. And it's hard to experiment with things that cost a lot of money. So you want to experiment with things that are really cheap. And if something's a little big and you happen to lose it, you're not going to be crying like you would if it was real gold or real diamonds or something. So I'm really happy with the things that I got here so far. Another thing that I like to do is I like to plan whole outfits for special occasions that I'm looking forward to. Like one of my goals is to attend the CPAC. That's Conservative Political Action Conference, and that's where a whole lot of Republican people go for a couple of days, and they talk politics, and a lot of political strategists go there. And I think somebody like me with the kind of YouTube channel I have, I think it would be just a real big fun. And I'm thinking there's certain jewelry that I would want to wear with the kind of clothes that I would wear. And Republicans, what's our symbol? Elephants. So I got this. And it's not real sterling silver, but something like this is not going to tarnish. And it will go. I like to wear inexpensive pieces like this with real silver. You could wear this. And since I have the necklace, why not have rings? So I got these. I thought these were absolutely, absolutely adorable. And these are stacking rings. You can wear more than one of these at a time. And see, this is supposed to be copper and silver elephants. And I'm going to give you an idea of what. And here's a single elephant. Some of these I'm not going to stick on the finger that they actually are intending to go on, because some of them, in case there is a struggle and I can't get it back on there, sometimes I end up not wearing rings a lot of the time anyway, so that I don't have to deal with the struggle. But this really gives me a chance to think about rings that have stones that have unusual colors that I know are going to be a really great match for my clothes, and rings that look so much like the semi-precious and precious metal and stones rings that I see in fashion magazines. Because I take surveys and things, I can read so many magazines for free. And you're looking at magazines that have jewelry by all these designers that are more for one piece of jewelry than many people pay for their homes. And I could never justify spending thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars on a little piece of jewelry or a handbag or something. But if I can get a replica for pennies or dollars, why not? And then that way, if I'm known for making videos and I have all this cheap crap, I don't think I have to worry about somebody breaking into my house, because if you're going to look for something to steal, this is junk, it's not worth it. But it's pretty junk. And it's really, really neat if you want to go to the clubs, once COVID is in our rearview mirror, once we're vaccinated and the nightclubs are open again, we're going to have dancing. We're going to have reasons to dress up again. More and more businesses will be back to work. Look at this ring. Great cocktail ring. I just love how these stones have green in them and purple. And I love how it moves, and it's actually very comfortable. Of course, it probably look better on somebody with nice long manicured nails, but I can't have long nails right now, especially when I'm waiting on some more musical equipment, and I'm trying to get an acoustic guitar, but I don't want one with nylon strings. I really don't care for the sound of nylon strings. I had my first acoustic guitar was a nylon string Hispanic classical, and I never liked the way it sounded. Granted, if you're a really good enough player, you can make anything sound good, but I never said I was a really good player. But once I get some more equipment, I'm going to be playing music more, and it's very hard to play musical instruments with long nails, so I don't bother with nail polish. I know that the hands look better with nail polish when you stick your hands close to the camera and stuff, but I feel too phony when I do things with my nails. It's nice to file them so that they're the same size, but I just feel like such a fraud when I color my nails, because I'm thinking, how am I going to want to be taken seriously when I start playing music again if I have these claws and stuff? And when I think of all the years I wasted when I was younger growing my nails, and I could have done better use of my time. This is a ring set depicting the solar eclipse. They are together like this, and they fit together. And you see, this is the sun, and it fits into the moon. And I'm going to stick this here, and then I'm going to stick this here. They have a lot of rings like this that fit together. And you see the detail? And it's actually quite comfortable. And the only thing is, this is glued in, it's not prong set. And of course, anything that's not prong set, it may eventually knock out. But I keep them in the plastic bags that they came in, so they're not being dinged around in the jewelry box. And I'm gonna convert one of my makeup train cases into a jewelry box. Right now, that train case mostly has 2 makeup palettes that I don't even like that much, and a bunch of sheet masks and skincare. And I think the skincare can be put other places. And I think I need to have a better jewelry box than what I'm using, because I'm expecting a lot more things from Wish this month. I can't wait till my lighting gets in. I need to do more to make the studio look like a studio. If you like punk rock accessories, if you like gothic accessories, you will find some amazing things on wish.com. This is a bat ring, not a whole lot different than a bat ring that I've had for years that I wear on this finger. This bat ring is different. It's also pretty small, so I'm going to be very careful where I put it. And this is another case of the ring, one of the rings that if you get the absolute smallest size, you'll get a price break. So one of the things that I was going to do now, if you watch my videos and you have your hair in braids, you could always take a ring in a really, really, really small size that doesn't fit any of your fingers, and you could braid it very high up in your braids so that you can show off your jewelry that way, and you don't have to worry about anybody stealing your jewelry unless they're willing to cut your hair off. So that's a way that you can wear jewelry that doesn't fit you. Now, I like to think outside the box. I used to be more rigid in my fashion choices. I used to be much more strict completely tied to this rock and roll, heavy metal, big hair and big makeup kind of thing, and I never would have thought to put on a men's suit and tie. I never would have thought to experiment with color, even the colors that I don't like. Like, I don't like neutrals, but I will occasionally wear them. But I find that with neutrals, you can do things to make them more glamorous, such as by a heavier application and using more contrasting colors. I mean, you usually are wearing neutrals if you're wearing leopard, right? And leopard is hardly a staid and boring look. But if you use high contrast, dramatic shades and color placement, even though the colors are technically neutrals, it could still be a dramatic look. But this, here, you see the cat's on a broomstick and has a pentagram? And I just thought that was adorable, and I had to have it. And I figured this I could layer with other pentagrams I have. And oh, you saw my fake gold pentagram, I'm sure. I'm going to compare that to a real sterling silver pentagram that I had since I lived in San Francisco. This is my sterling silver pentagram, and this is a chain from something else that happens to be sterling silver. This is a fake gold pentagram that I got from Wish.com like last month. This is a video that I've been wanting to make for quite some time, but because I was filming so many other subjects and I wanted to get away from filming a lot of haul videos, especially in light of the pandemic and so many people's financial situation, and I don't want to be advocating for crass consumerism, but at least when I mention the things that I am personally buying, since my ship has hardly come in yet, if I'm getting something that I feel is a good deal on it, I'm obviously getting a good deal on it, so I don't feel guilty telling you about it. These are supposed to be rainbow earrings, and as you can see, they're not perfect. One is, you see, neither of them are real rainbows. Where the gray fits into it, I don't know. But still, for the price, I don't think it's so bad. And matter of fact, if I had a chance to do it all over again, I would order these again so that I would have one perfect pair and one perfect pair. Neither of them would be real rainbows, but you know what? From far enough away, it's close enough. And I think if I stand far enough away, you can't even really tell that they don't perfectly match. Well, I like that they're lightweight. You can swing them. They don't hurt. When the dance floors open up, you'll be able to dance in them. They are closed links, so they're not going to get caught in things. I hate it when earrings have things that get caught in your hair or get caught in your clothes. And if it gets caught in your clothes, it can hurt. And it's very important for me that earrings are very lightweight. Even those other earrings that I showed you that I got from Wish.com, they, after a couple of hours, they can get a little bit, you can feel conscious of the fact that they have a little bit of weight to them. I really prefer a lightweight earring. And one of the things that I am looking forward to getting in the mail, hopefully this week, later on this week, some of those really little flat earrings. As much as I'm a big earring girl, when we're wearing face masks now, one of the things I hate is when the straps of my face mask get caught in my earrings. And this will happen in public, and sometimes I'll be at a fancy look like place like a casino or something, and I'll finally take my earrings out because if they're getting caught in my straps for my face mask, obviously anything that's going to interfere with our protective equipment, the face mask is going to be with us for a while, even as we get our vaccines. And I'm trying to get mine. I'm still working on it. But we need to keep on protecting ourselves. So anything that's going to make that harder to deal with, you have to really think twice about it. I'm wearing a mask. I know some of you think it's ridiculous, but isn't this pretty? And these all have extenders. You can, no, maybe this one doesn't. But no, this is a good length. This is like 16 inches. so you can wear it with most necklines. This actually is a set. This came with a ring and a pair of earrings. And the ring, really everything matches. And the ring I got kind of in a bigger size. And you can actually take a stacking ring that's a little bit tighter and put that on top of this so that it doesn't move. And this is what the earrings look like. They're littler versions. And something like this is not going to tarnish. It looks like whatever it's coated with, as long as you don't have them so they're batting around each other. And matching sets are really nice. You never know when you're going to have an opportunity to go to something, or even they're just good to have. And also, if you get last minute opportunities to go traveling or something, as our country opens up, see, I'm thinking about what looks good on camera, and I'm also thinking about the future. Things are not always going to be like it is now, where we have to worry about crowds and our health and being exposed to stranger danger and all that. Our country is going to open up, and we're going to want to go out and see the world again. And once we're out seeing the world, we're going to want to look fashionably cute in whatever ways, express ourselves, and accessories. Especially, you might not be wanting to buy clothes, but accessories. If you throw on some accessories on a basic dress or shirt or something, you can totally revamp things. You can dress things up or dress things down and just have fun with it. And especially when it's cold outside and maybe there's nothing but bad news on TV and the radio. I like to get uplifted by things like jewelry and fashion. It's a way to, at not too much money, get some uplift in life. And if I can get that, if that is truly what they mean by retail therapy, what's the harm in it, right? Let me see if there's anything else that I didn't have. I always get the feeling that there's things here that I didn't show you. These things are really, oh, I don't think you saw this. I like to think about, definitely about things that are going to match certain color schemes I wear. I like to have things to wear with red, white, and blue. This was sold as being aquamarine. Of course, this is just plastic or glass. And the red side, so this will work really well with patriotic clothes. And it's even made so that light shines through in the inside, which is an aspect that you see in better jewelry. So some of these jewelry items actually are made definite with an attention to detail. And another thing that's fun about Wish.com is that they also sell political memorabilia. So I don't think too many of you would be surprised to see that I bought this. You know who that is. Hint, he doesn't live at the White House anymore. I have seen rings depicting JFK. I've seen rings depicting Barack Obama. So you can definitely, unfortunately, I have not seen any rings depicting George W. Bush. If they did, and it was remotely my size, I would have bought it. Look at the detail on this. And inside, see, I think it's in the bigger one. Oh yes, inside here, back here it says Make America Great Again. These are going to be collector's items. It might not be real 18 karat gold and sterling silver like it says in the ads, but again, when you look at the price, you should know that that's not what it is. Now, this does not fall under jewelry, but I got it anyway. I love crystals. And these, look at them. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with them yet. When it comes to my metaphysical tools, and I definitely look at crystal points uh, as tools, I a lot of times get things first before I decide what the use is. I just thought they were beautiful. I was attracted to them and I got them. And I may learn how to wrap them and may wear them on my person or what. I'm not sure. I may use them on my altar when I am doing something, but I just thought they were really, really lovely. And these are not plastic. These are not glass. These are real crystal points. They may be coated in a dye solution. This obviously has a iridescent sheen to it, but other than that, it's still crystal and it can still be used to focus thoughts, intensify your thoughts. Matter of fact, one of the things I like to do with crystals of all kinds, I like to go onto YouTube and they have these prosperity consciousness videos. There's one company that I especially am playing his videos a lot. I don't want to name any names now, but I am really seeing serious benefits to these videos. I notice they seem to help other people that I'm around, people who aren't able to hear exactly what I'm playing. It seems like it helps the gamblers in my house, or the one gambler in my house seems to be winning. So I would not discount them. If you see the ones that have subliminals that say I am, and they talk about I am wealthy, and they show the pictures of the yachts and the rich people, and it says I am a money magnet and everything, play those tapes. Play them in your sleep, especially the ones that last for hours and hours and hours, that last long enough that it's still playing when you sleep. I'm telling you, if you play them in the background, and you play them and play them and play them, they really will help you. I'm trying to see if there's anything else here. Yes, I really can't say enough about wish.com. It literally, they seem to sell everything a person could be looking for. I'm just and skincare too. And I have not been disappointed with that. That's where I got my Chromebook that finally died last month, and it wasn't Wish's fault. It just, I really worked it, and that Chromebook, by the way, saved my YouTube channel when I needed when everything else broke and I needed something to film with. That gave me 6 months of filming before I got the Windows machine. So again, these things I showed you are examples of things you can find at wish.com. This is not a sponsored video. Nobody knows who I am. I'm not on anybody's radar. I'm just somebody that really enjoys spending my hard-earned money there. It's going to be supplying more and more of the fancy things that I'm going to dude up my set, and you're going to be seeing in the coming months. I think that's going to be the place that I'm going to buy my lighting equipment. So if you like this video, please do give it a thumbs up. And if you like me and my content and you haven't already, do subscribe and hit the bell so it looks like it's ringing. And that way you won't miss anything. And I can't wait to show you some more of the goodies that I find on Wish and take you along with me on my adventures. It's always interesting in my world, and I'd like to have you along on the ride. So till then, stay safe, and I will talk to you in a couple of days. Bye.